Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland. I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. It's my daily meditation that I do for myself. I record it and I release it because maybe somebody else out there can get something out of it. It just so happens that I love God. Choose God this day. The bad guys, they sin. The good guys, we sin. We all sin. It's whom you serve. You don't have to be perfect. No one is. That doesn't mean that if you come to God's team that you don't have to deal with your consequences, good or bad. We all do. None of us get away from that. But if you come to God, you might have things that you deal with for the rest of your life, issues that you deal with. But if you turn it over to God, He'll help you get through it. And love yourself. If you love yourself, if no one else loves you, if you love yourself, you'll be okay. And never give up on yourself, never. If you lost everything you have, but you have yourself, you can always rebuild. For those of you just tuning in, I focus out of three major religious texts: the Bible, the Quran, and I'm in an introductory Buddhist text called The Shape of Suffering. And it deals with dependent co-arising. Without no this, there's no that. And everything we say and do has an effect on our senses. I'm back in the rotation for The Shape of Suffering. I usually rotate the text twice a week, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how I'm led to meditate each day. I'm back in, like I said, mentioned, I think. I'm back in the rotation for The Shape of Suffering. I don't read that much of it, so. Monks, don't be afraid of acts of merit. This is another way of saying what is blissful, desirable, pleasing, enduring, charming acts of merit. I am cognizant that having long performed acts of merit, I long experienced desirable, pleasing, enduring, charming results. Having developed a mind of goodwill for 7 years, then for 7 eons of contraction and expansion, I didn't return to this world. Whenever the eon was contracting, I went to the realm of streaming radiance. Whenever the eon was expanding, I reappeared in an empty Brahma abode. There I was, the great Brahma, the conqueror, unconquered, all-seeing wielder of power. Then for 36 times I was Saka, ruler of the gods. For many hundreds of times I was a king, a wheel-turning emperor, a righteous king of Dhamma, conqueror of 4 corners of the earth, maintaining stable control over the countryside, endowed with the 7 treasures, to say nothing of the times I was local king. The thought occurred to me, of what action of mine is the fruit, of what action the result, that I now have such great power and might. Then the thought occurred to me, this is the fruit of my 3 types of action, the result of 3 types of action, that I now have such great power and might: generosity, self-control, and restraint. I'm going to leave it right there.